Hi, my name is Sanat Biswal, also known as the Accountant Guy, and in this video we're going to see how we can utilize this business budget template to keep track of budgeting for a business. So first of all, we have got a business expenses summary on the top, which has three different sections. That is the account section, the expenses section, and the summary section. So whenever we go to the account section, we can set up different head of expenses under operational, administration, or marketing head of expense. If you want to add a new category altogether, you can scroll to the right and click on this plus icon to add a new category over here. Or if you want to edit the existing category, you can click on any of these categories and start to edit the details. So we have set up different expenses under operational, administration, and marketing, as you can see over here. And then we have specified the budgeted amount for each head of expense. Once this is set up, we will head over to the expenses section to see how our expenses are as of now. This all will be updated as we will be entering the transactions in the transaction section, which I will be discussing in a second. But before that, we can view all the expenses over here in comparison to the budgeted expense that we have in hand. And any expense which is exceeding the budgeted amount will be indicated in red and it will show a high percentage, and any expense which is within the budgeted amount will be indicated in green. And then we can finally see the summary section, which reflects the total budgeted expense, the total expenses that we have incurred so far, the difference in between both, and the percentage of budgeted expense that we had set so far. So let's head over to the transaction section to understand more. Now we are going to discuss how we can utilize this transaction section at the bottom to start booking our expense under each of these different heads. So currently we are under operational category, and you can see that we have got all the expenses bifurcated into months. So the later the month, it will appear on the top. In order to quickly add an expense, you can simply use these buttons on the left. So if I click on this operational expense button over here, it will quickly add an expense with the current date, that is December 5th. And then you can start adding the details over here. So you can put the description over here, and then you can click on this account to start associating this expense to relevant accounts that you added on the top. And then finally we can enter the amount as desired. So similarly, you can utilize all the buttons over here on the left to quickly book an expense under the relevant date that you want to add. Let's say if you have added an expense on October 1, but you want to change the date, you can simply click over here and you can change the date to any of the date as per your requirement, and it will automatically update. So this is how you can keep booking an expense for all the different type of expenses of a business using the buttons on the left. And similarly, if you scroll to the top, you will also have a quick button over here which says of adding an expense source. So you can click over here to start adding a different expense under each of this head, or simply you can click on this new button over here or new icon, which will help to quickly add an expense under the different categories. So if I want to add a new account under operational category, I will click on this new button, and then I can start putting the details over here, and I can put the budgeted amount over here as well. So this is how you can utilize the business budget template to keep track of all your expenses and stay budgeted within the required amount. I hope this explanation was clear to you. If you need any help in this, please feel free to reach out to me at notionformyuse@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to assist you on this. Thank you.